Tom MacArthur, who fashioned the compromise between really, it was just some type of fig leaf, I guess, for the so-called moderates in the Republican Party to vote for a worse bill than was rejected the first time around when it comes to the repeal and replace. We played earlier a clip from a man whose kids have pre-existing conditions, whose wife is a cancer survivor, who told MacArthur that he was the greatest threat to his family. Well, here is MacArthur hearing from a woman about pre-existing conditions and
this is about basically what's the difference whether it's a private or a public sector bureaucrat. She makes this case very well.
Okay, here we go. As to, how you get rationed, supposedly, of health insurance.
With Obamacare was they had to make so many concessions to the insurance companies in order to get it passed in the first place. That's where the problems were, and that's the problems that needed to be fixed. And you said, would I like some bureaucrat in Washington to make decisions about my health care if we have a single payer? And I said, what makes that anything worse than some employee of an insurance company with minimal education making the same kind of decisions?
Now, I don't know if it's fair to say these people have minimal
great?
education, but they certainly have a different agenda, right? Which is, I've got to keep the profitability of this company at the forefront of my mind versus what's going to provide the best care for this individual. I mean, when you talk about private industry, profit is job number one. Profit is job number one. And particularly in the context of health insurance, where it's not like, oh, I got hit by a bus. I'm now in the hospital. I find out my health insurance stinks. The elasticity of that, of your market choice there, not terribly elastic. This is the insurance you have. And now under the Republican regime, then you have a pre-existing condition. You want to leave that insurance, forget it. So it's a very good point. And I hope, again, can't encourage people enough to go out to these town halls and ask a difficult question. Ask how state high-risk insurance pools can possibly serve the number of people with pre-existing conditions based upon how many they served in the past. $2.5 billion a year they were subsidized. 34 states had these high-risk pools. Only 200,000 people were served. So do the math, folks. $2.5 billion for 200,000, and that was at a very expensive cost to people. They had to, half of it was from premiums. The other half was subsidies, $2.5 billion. How are you going to serve 4 million people? With $10 billion annually, even $20 billion annually. Hi, folks. It's Sam Seder. You know me from just a minute ago. Listen, we've had a problem on YouTube. Let me make a graphic visualization. Back in March, our revenue and the ads that were monetized was a lot, like here. And now, over the course of actually within a day into April, it's down to about here. Now, this is just a artist rendering, but that's basically it. We were here, and now we're here. That's because of some YouTube thing where advertisers were concerned on being on hate sites. And, of course, we're a news organization that sometimes talks about hateful people, and we got caught up in their algorithm. I thought it would be fixed by now. It's not. We need your help to keep giving you free content on YouTube. We don't have the advertiser support that we had even back, here. So we're looking for your help. Go to our Patreon site, give a couple of bucks. Literally, you could give a couple, and it would be very helpful. Head over there. Here's the link right here or down there. It's somewhere around here. Find it and go help us out. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of the show.